So I've done a few videos at this point. Some are bad, some are alright. All in all, I see a lot of room for improvement. You've seen the majority of SG Animals residents, but not all. So it's time to introduce them properly. So we may as well start with Charlie, essentially the mascot appearing in the logo. A gentle lizard that enjoys interaction, but only on her terms. An expert climber and swimmer, Charlie's one of my first ever reptiles. But there's another not so gentle lizard, more of a if it moves it's food kind of attitude. Roscoe first came home with me being massively overweight. After a strict diet, we've finally gotten down to a much healthier lifestyle. Then we have Marie, the musk turtle. She came to me as a rescue in a sorry state. So in comparison, she's come a long way. And although her looks and slight deformity might not ever fully heal, she's happy and healthy. Also the next in line for an enclosure upgrade. Featured in a previous video, Marie shares her tank with some white cloud mountain minnow. The majority of these guys are actually babies hatched within the aquarium. Almost at adult size now. They add a nice bit of life to the aquarium. But Marie isn't the only rescue. Colin was brought to me at a young age, supposedly abandoned by his parents, with the intention of raise and release like previous pigeons over the years. Colin decided to stick around, living life in the wild with the ease of me, his personal food provider. If you've seen some previous videos, then you knew this was coming. A shout out to the cleanup crews that make my life easier, doing their part in keeping the reptile enclosures clean and tidy, aerating and turning the soil, all while breaking down the waste products and excess food. It's not all scales here. Gary and Phil, Daegu brothers. Amazing climbers and entertaining personalities. Two very curious creatures that love interaction. Enjoying sand baths, a natural behaviour used to clean themselves. Keeping their fur in top condition. Then there's the 800 litre 7 foot long community aquarium. Normally a tank that I'd like to show off, but sadly, there's currently some illness sweeping across the tank. Desperately trying to get things under control. Here's a stock list for anyone interested, and we'll have a closer look some other time. Then there's the Millipedes. Giant African millipedes being the largest and most recent SG Animals edition. Bumblebee millipedes being the most colourful. And a species of flat millipede, arguably the most unique, unusual species of the three. Unlike centipedes, these guys don't bite, and mainly rely on vegetation and wood as their food sources. But from lots of legs to no legs, Jason is currently the largest member, one of the most docile snakes I've ever known, truly going against typical stereotypes. Having reached roughly 7 foot, I don't expect him to grow much, if any larger. Normally the females of this species reach greater lengths. The smallest reptiles here, potentially the most active and colourful. Peacock day geckos. 2 females always on the hunt for fruit flies. But as always, the enclosure next to them, the nocturnal morning geckos are nowhere to be seen when the camera's around. Adding to the ever-growing creepy crawly group, sun beetles having incredible colours, breeding like there's no tomorrow. Strong climbers that never seem to have a full stomach. Before reaching adulthood, the grubs, much like the millipedes, feed mostly on rotting whitewood, and various vegetation added to the enclosure, before pupating into the colourful beetle. Some quick but honourable mentions. Zebra woodlice recently gifted to me. A dubia roach colony with growing numbers. And a 90-litre aquarium used for breeding bladder snails and ram's horn snails. There's almost always a species or two breeding here, and I'm not an intended breeder by any means. Simply animals happy with their environment choose to mate. so the SG residents are always increasing in numbers. With plenty of video ideas, support would be massively appreciated in order to share these experiences and truly show off how amazing animals are and can be. Although heavily featured around my pets so far, I do hope to get into documentaries in the future and see if I have what it takes. So wildlife videos will definitely be an included feature to this channel. All in all, I hope you've enjoyed this video and continue to do so.